Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Daily Bone podcast, where we discuss all things crypto market. That includes the majors like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, meme coins, and of course, NFTs. Today, we're going to discuss Elon Musk's new X product powered by Bitcoin. We're talking about the weekly Bitcoin buys highlighted by a very small purchase from MicroStrategy last week. And we're going to cover the latest in the trenches. We've got a lot to yap about here. We've got the loud launch. We got deal, drama, virtuals, Sonic, Moonbirds, everything on the docket today. I'm joined here by my co-host, Easy Eats Bodega. Easy, how you feeling this morning?
Oh, what the heck?
Perfect timing. We got Easy on black screen, completely. There we go. We're a little better now.
Just went to my. There we go. Okay. Are we good?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know what just happened. For some reason, it flipped to my iPhone. I was like, "What the fuck?" It's good to be back, baby. It's good to be back. It's been busy. It's been fun. The market's interesting, I would say. Of course, meme coin drama is front and center. I slept right through it. Got woken up at like 5:30 in the morning. It was like, "Hey, there's drama." I was like, "What? What do you mean? There's drama?" Rider Rips launched the deal token. You have Lexapro trades, main charactering again, which shocker, right? You got Frank buying it at 25K and burning supply, it looked like. Yeah, I don't know. There was a lot going on with that. And I was truthfully glad I was asleep. Yeah, dude, people are liking the camera. Easy looking HD AF. Yeah, dude, I don't know. I've been using this Osmo Pocket, the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, and it's good. It's good. I got to say it's good. I might even have to set this up at home because like this thing outweighs my computer camera at home. I don't know how because it's a small, tiny camera.
Yeah, it's nice. You're coming in crystal clear. Mike's good. Your Wi-Fi a bit shoddy, but outside of that, I think everything's looking nice on your end. I like the setup over there. You got woken up by drama. I got woken up by my 2-year-old waking up and locking herself in her bedroom. So I had to take a drill and undo the door handle to get into the.
So question for you, door handle wise, you don't have like a way to like just like what do the locks look like? Like you couldn't just like the outside. Normally there's like a little slit and you can rotate it.
Yeah, so like in the outside, it's like a little hole. So like we were like trying to jimmy it with like with bobby pins or like Q-tip, trying to like push it in. But we couldn't get it. And I said, like, I don't feel like messing around with this. I'm just going to take the door handle off and we'll flip it around in the process because you can't do it again.
That's so funny. That's so funny.
Yeah, so that's what I woke up to this morning. It's always something there. I want to talk about deal more in a minute. But first, we're going to thank our partners over at Bubble Maps. Bubble Maps now live with their V2. Their V2 is ultra powerful. We saw this press release go out late last week. They released V2 to the public, so anybody can sign up now. You can check the pinned link on Twitter, pinned to the spaces. You can see their announcement tweet signing up for Bubble Maps. You can sign up at v2.bubblemaps.io. Create an account, jump in, and use the best tool for token investigation. So lots of cool things with this. The big two features that are Easy's gonna kind of go over these two because we're gonna do a little deal delving after we talk about it a little bit. But the big features are magic nodes, which essentially uncover hidden wallet clusters. So they look at token transfers across all chains. So like say you're looking at like a Solana meme coin. Like most like bubble map type products, so like look at all wallets that like we're connected, like traded Solana back and forth. But this one goes like a level deeper, looks at like bridges, looks at other chains with different wallets that could have interacted with each other, and then links those together. So like say somebody like funded a wallet like via a bridge to a Solana wallet from EVM, and they did that with multiple different Solana wallets, thinking they're being crafty. They went from one EVM wallet to like 8 Solana wallets. This will find that and then link those nodes together. And you'll be able to say, okay, well, this person owns 7% of the supply when the bubble maps initially look good. Magic nodes is big time. They also have time travel, which is a very, very cool feature. This shows how a token over time like adjusts its bubble maps. So you can see if something is like very like poor at the beginning in terms of bubble maps and then gets very like suspiciously well distributed. Was it like native price action, or was it somebody moving things around that just couldn't quite be tracked? So like time travel is very interesting to look at. You can go backwards in time for each token and see different sort of like snapshots in time of the bubble maps. Awesome product. They're building in the InfoFi space. You have other InfoFi platforms doing well, getting all the traction right now on the social side with like things like Kaido and Cookie. They're doing it on the data side, and I think InfoFi is going to be a big narrative this cycle. Check out Bubble Maps, v2.bubblemaps.io. Their token is also live, the BMT token. People were rewarded for using the platform for that one. Easy. Let's dive into Bubble Maps and take a look at Deal and what you see here.
Share the screen. Okay. Just have to make sure I had the right screen share. So, in short, you can obviously see the price action. Giga ran up to 5 mil last night, all the way down to 1.7 now. We look at the bubble maps, it doesn't look too bad. Like, as crazy as it might sound, it doesn't, like, we've seen much worse. Like, all the Libra shit, all that other stuff, the bubble maps look way, way worse. And when I look at this one, I'm like, yeah, you have a couple pretty big clusters. We can activate magic nodes, which is nice because we can see just how much of this is sent around. What does it look like? How's it moving? How's it shaking? How's it feeling? And here is it working. So it's going to, in a couple seconds, show us everything from hidden clusters, true percentages. And you can actually, there's a lot more hidden clusters than you think. So like you have these smaller batches, which do look like some multi-walleting going on. You have a couple bigger batches here. It's not bad though. Like the Meteora pool at 2.5%, largest holder is 7.9%, which that's kind of a lot. Yeah, kind of a lot. I don't know why this one out the gate was hidden though, because it could be an exchange, right? Like all of those massive clusters are in one area.
Hit that one
what
more
do you
time.
think that is?
Hit that one more time.
Say that again.
Hit it one more time.
Yeah, so if you look, 1.1 mil in, 720K out, 93 addresses. We could probably actually pop it up on SoulScan. So we can actually look on SoulScan real quick, which is nice because we can pop this up. Holds 25 tokens, Wrap Soul, USDT. This is interesting though. This has to be someone's wallet.
So someone might have just done like a buy and then like some sort of distribution that wasn't necessarily tracked.
This is bundled. Like this is a bundle. They have $11 of Trump, Melania, Mew, Pengu, Bonk, Radium Whiff, some ME token, Solaire, Tolly's Minutes, Fartcoin,
that's
and 5 milli of Rapsol.
There's no way that's an exchange, right?
I don't think so. I mean, 33,000 souls a ton, dude, and 410K. We could probably actually look. Let's see if they have any no NFT activities, DeFi, swapping for yield.
This wasn't listed anywhere, was it?
No. This is a new wallet, though. 11 minutes ago was the last like DeFi stuff, transactions. If we go to the end, because I just want to see like oldest page. I mean, this has to be. There's a reason Bubble Maps hid this. This is doing something because look at how frequent these transactions are. This isn't a person.
That's not me. That's on T-Word. That's on the easy side.
That's me. Sure. That's me. Yeah. It's not banging on a door. Someone's cooking over here. Yeah, that's my fault. This has to be a bot, dude. Because look at all these transactions, failed transactions. This definitely is not a person. I think that's probably also why it was hidden. Because when you hide it, you still have all these smaller accounts. So maybe it's like Jupiter. Maybe it's something like that.
Or is it like a liquidity pool that's like giving out rewards?
It could be a liquidity pool. Yeah, I don't think it is. I don't think it's a person. I don't think it's a person.
I'll ask our team. We'll have an answer for you at some point.
Yeah, because it came out the gate hidden. So normally when they do that, like the Meteora pool's hidden too. You know what I mean? Like you can see all the transactions Meteora pool has linked to. And this one, all the big clusters are also linked to this. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So this makes me think it's probably some capacity a bot.
Makes sense.
Still, cool to look at. Cool to actually understand. Helps you really get more on chain.
Nick Polinsky with the jokes in the chat. Hey, that's my wallet. What the fuck? Oh, man. Yeah, interesting. So there was some drama with Deal. Like, I guess, like, what exactly happened with that? Like, I know Lexapro was catching some heat on the timeline.
Honestly, rightfully so. Like, dude, I've stood up for Lexapro before, but this stuff is, like, getting a little bit sus. Like, dude had a 5-paragraph essay 3 minutes after launch, came out and said he bought it at 300 to 400K. On chain, people saw that he bought it at 700K. Says there's no side wallet, so people were like, "Okay, how did you buy it at 300 to 400K?" And then shows it on the timeline at $1 mil. It did go to 5 mil, so like, yeah, there was a 5x in there, but it happened so quickly, and now it's back down to 1.7. So granted, from his shill, you're still up 70%, but I don't know, dude. It just bothers me. And then people found the Frank wallet at 25K buy. They found messages from Lexapro to Ryder Rips being like, "Yo, this is cool. Let's talk." DM'd you on Instagram. And it's like, okay, this is when you have so many things that are sketchy in one single area, it kind of starts to be like, all right, what are we doing here? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I agree. I don't know about the Frank one necessarily. That one seems like it could be like very easily fabricated. What I've seen from those screenshots, it's really just like a Frank buy, like no chart.
Someone could just tag any wallet. Someone could just tag any wallet.
Yeah, like that one doesn't seem like super. Like I'm not like really inclined to believe that's the case. I mean, the biggest thing is like the long thesis post on a coin that just came out minutes ago that you bought in. Like I don't even know if you could have typed that fast enough.
It's like, dude, you definitely had it sitting in the drafts. The other thing that bothers me about it is the Ryder Rip sold an NFT for those glasses in 2021. So it's like, do you even own the IP for it anymore? Like, you're now saying this deal with it thing is like your IP and all this other shit. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff about it I don't like at all.
Yeah. Yep. And I just I know there's been a lot of drama on that. We have a lot to talk about. I'm going to send you over the weather report link here. We'll talk, you'll run through the weather report, then we'll like get deep into the rest of it. We do have a lot to cover though, in terms of big news and trenching as well. So whenever you're ready.
All right, let me get this weather report. Yeah, the weather report. Yeah. Looking over the crypto roundup, majors are up slightly on the day with Bitcoin just over 104K. ETH is just under 2,500. Solana is down to 154. Past 24 hours, Elon Musk announced a new Twitter chat feature that uses self-destructing messages coded in Rust using a Bitcoin-style encryption method. This comes a week after Musk denies Telegram claims that Grok would be coming to Telegram's messaging platform. Next up, it was a great month for the equities as the S&P recorded its best May in 25 years. Sell in May and go away seems to be wrong for the first time. Basically, ever. 25 years, that's older than Clemente, so he's never seen a buy in May and pray. On top of that, index gained over 6% on the month for the first time since 1990. In June, however, is off to a slower start as equities are down 0.5% in pre-market trading. Today is the first day of the month, though, for the trading markets because they don't operate on the weekends. Pre-markets are getting into the greed territory, though. So I'm a little bit nervous personally. I don't like greed on these markets. I'm still buying Robinhood, though. That's the winner. It never changes. We all know that. Finally, acquisition numbers came out from last week's buys as Metaplanet purchased 117 million vanilli worth of Bitcoin. Strategy underwhelmed and acquired just 75 mil worth of Bitcoin. And on top of that, their smallest weekly purchase since March 17th. More buying pressure could be on the way as Vivek Ramaswamy's Strive announced that they've doubled their Bitcoin treasury raise to $1.5 billion.
Excellent weather report. As always, easy. Love when you get a little easy weather report in there. Some big headline news. The one thing that two things I guess I saw that were interesting there. I don't know if you have to sit on for very long. Saylor only purchasing 75 million of Bitcoin. That was the least amount since March 17th. We saw Bitcoin go down 5% on the week. Are you concerned that like MicroStrategy's buys slowing down could really hurt Bitcoin price action, or you think it's like drop in the bucket compared to total volume of like Bitcoin transactions?
I don't think it's a big deal, personally. Like, I look at it and I'm like, they're not going to be able to continue to buy hundreds of millions of dollars every single week. You know what I mean? Like, if not billions of dollars. They basically have to slow down at some point. You can't just put a perpetual buy order in for the rest of eternity. They don't have the money. Granted, they're going to keep trying to increase their debt to have more money to do so. But, I mean, dude, Bitcoin's sitting over 100K. Like, it's just hanging out. Can't be mad about that, and yet there's still people who are upset. Largely because I think Clemente's ran about Bitcoin and all this other shit where he's like, everyone's burnt out and has no money because they traded it all away in memes. Nobody has exposure to Bitcoin. Pio's in his ear for sure, because your boy over here could have more Bitcoin, but like, I also don't want to hold that much Bitcoin. It's boring. It's so boring.
Are we nervous that like we're setting up a double top like we had last cycle?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Similar.
I mean, they do look similar, but at the same time, I don't think that there's like the infinite TradFi bid that we have now.
Yeah, I guess that gives you more of a floor on Bitcoin.
It's just going to be a grind higher. The market's not going to trade the same that it did previously. You have ETFs involved. You have, I think, just more steady, slow moves to the upside. It's going to trade like gold. Pull up the gold chart. That's the real one.
Yeah, I mean, weekly on gold. I mean, gold doesn't pull back very, very much.
No. And I think that's eventually what we're gonna see very similar price action to Bitcoin.
Very few downtrends in gold, and they're very like short-lived in terms of where you're making lower lows on a. But I mean, yeah, is Bitcoin going to become gold essentially in terms of price action over like a longer time horizon? I guess is the question. I mean, we saw the best month of equities in May. Equities are still more in the greed territory than crypto. Crypto is actually neutral right now. So equities are outpacing a little bit on the short term. So I'm curious to see, like, is crypto shifting to more risk off than risk on, at least for Bitcoin? So that's one I'm monitoring.
I don't know if you want to call it risk off. Like, I feel like Bitcoin will always have technically a risk on environment just because the market in general understands there is inherent risk on it. I don't know.
I mean, is gold risk off, right?
I guess.
Yeah, like gold risk off.
Yeah. It won't be. You won't need to raise and look for not storing in dollars and instead storing in that, I guess.
Bitcoin. I mean, that's a narrative. Like people storing instead of like storing in fiat, storing in Bitcoin. Same as instead of storing on storing in fiat, storing in gold. Kind of the same deal there. I just thought that was interesting, thinking about MicroStrategy's acquisitions, thinking about Bitcoin, what we're looking at. Are we setting up for double top, etc.? I don't know. Is there anything else interesting you've seen over major price action over the past week or so during this like very brief week?
Nothing,
2 week
dude.
pullback?
The market's boring, dude. You have people like James Wynn getting absolutely destroyed in a move that the price action went down like less than 2%. I think that is like the biggest indication of perps, though. Like, don't trade perps unless you got capital lighted on fire.
It was 2 a.m. Eastern time, and he said, "Yo, I'm done trading perps." So I had to get perp trading a break. See ya. And then like hours later, okay, I'm long Bitcoin again with 40x leverage and a liquidation price that's already been hit. I think he deployed some more capital to avoid being liquidated, but I'm not sure what. He
added more. He added more. I saw that. I was like, dude, what the fuck is this guy doing? What the fuck is this guy doing?
Unreal things coming out of Hyperliquid over there. Speaking of Hyperliquid and James Wynn, I'm not sure if you saw CZ's long form post on dark pools. Did you see this yet?
I have not read it yet. I have not read it yet. It is. I really liked ICO Beast's post about that. Did you see that? Where he was basically like, well, this is interesting considering. Yeah.
So ICO Beast post, it says, so wait, are we to believe it's a coincidence that James Wynn, quote unquote, gets publicly liquidation hunted for $100 million while Bitcoin chops in a 2% range, and CZ just randomly happens to drop a long form think piece on the need for a perp DEX dark pool like 24 hours later, all after CZ claimed it never used a DEX 2 months ago while pushing Binance Smart Chain memes. I don't know, man. That's maybe even more sus than dropping a 6-page meme thesis 3 minutes after deployment. So essentially what he's commenting on is a post by CZ yesterday pushing for a dark pool perp DEX. So essentially what this is, like if you're trading on a perp DEX, you can see all of the orders, buys and sell orders, and everyone's position on chain. So you can see like, okay, James Wynn is at this position. You're like, okay, well, what can we do to like liquidate him from that position? If you're a stakeholder in an exchange or somebody who would benefit from like a squeeze of liquidations, you can like game the system in a way where when this is all visible, you can like push price past a liquidation point and like liquidate somebody and then affect price action in that way. So essentially he's saying like you need to make these dark pools where essentially you're using like ZK proofs and other things on chain to like verify that people are getting like correct fills and the best fill possible, but also it obfuscates like the order book in terms of like who's placing what where. So he's been pushing for this. And he says like if you're building this, like contact me. But like ICOB said there, it's like interesting that he goes from like not using a DEX ever to like saying, hey, we need this complicated perp DEX with dark pools like within like a 3-month time frame. GM Nick, welcome to the show. How you feeling today? How was your weekend?
Pretty good. I just my face looks crazy red. I just got out of the sauna.
Ooh, nice.
I was gonna say, were you at the beach?
No, I've been working out every morning. Waking up at like 6 a.m. post Europe, just getting that gym grind on, dude. Things are like life's improving, you know.
I will say your rosacea is showing though.
I don't know if it's rosacea or just hot face.
I just wanted to say the word.
It's called vasodilation, I think, is what the.
It looks like you did a what's that thing called? A blood facial.
I don't even know what the hell that is.
You basically just rub blood on your face.
Okay. Is that really
it's pretty self-explanatory? I don't know if the name's right. Blood facial? I don't know if the name is right, but it's definitely a thing. Vampire facial. That's what it is.
Never heard of this before.
Okay.
No way that's real.
Google it real quick. Take a look at vampire facial.
This is like now it's called vampire facial. This is something
I
like
said the wrong thing. My bad.
They did in like tribes in Zimbabwe. I don't know.
Listen, Pio rubs lard on his face. You do vampire facials. Can't knock it. Can't knock it.
Are you in like a hotel lobby? What is that place?
No, this is an Airbnb. I'm at a dining room table, and this is art behind me.
Oh
God.
Yeah.
That's what Brian Johnson actually does. But that's from needles.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm done looking at it.
They do like a roller thing that like pricks your face, basically. I mean, Brian Johnson's borderline doing plastic surgery and being like, and here's how you look, 15 years younger.
None of it makes any sense. The dude's injecting testosterone, and he's like, this is completely organic. We're just maximizing, optimizing. Yes, I have an 18-year-old that I swap blood with, but there's nothing wrong with this. It's like, okay, you're cheating the system here.
Dude, I don't know what this guy means. Nick looks like the first person Columbus saw when he arrived to America. That's just racist.
He's calling you a Native American, I guess?
Oh,
there's like a semi-racist undertone to that one.
Yeah, the thing that comes to mind is like the Washington Redskins, and I have red skin, and now you're tying that.
Sounds racist.
Yeah, it is racist. Like, I think it's just flat up racist. So, shout out to the racists in our audience.
Shout out to the racists. What have you been up to, Nick? Anything on chain? Have you been looking at anything in the crypto world, crypto market?
Dude, I've been honestly spending most of the time coding. When I was in Europe, the back end broke, and I was like, okay, I'm migrating the whole thing. So over the past 4 days, I basically migrated the whole back end to another platform. That's done. It's running. So they're putting the finishing touches on the app now.
Let's go.
So that's basically what I've been spending my time on. I've been looking at the market in terms of watching it go down. It feels, a little emotionally difficult because right now Solana looks like it's headed towards like
120,
130. Okay.
120, 128, 126, right around there.
So it means like
Bitcoin still looks good though, Nick.
I mean, dude, the Solana range is like we're back like basically to 2024 with no action here, which is not great. Yes, Bitcoin looks very strong with support somewhere at 102. Is that where you have it? 102, 600. Really? How low?
92, 93.
93.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking
Basically,
at that
as long as we stay over 93, we're fine. Like that's it. You can pull back all the way to 93, and I'm like, we still feel good. Sol looks bad, dude. The ETH chart looks bad, dude.
Does it?
Oh my god, yeah, dude. It's just lower highs and lower lows. Like this thing looks like ass.
Yeah, but you're going all the way back in terms of the peak back in December 2024. So
Because the thing only went down until like last week.
I mean, so here's what my let me show one thing on my screen, which is the Fibonacci. The Fibonacci notch. This has us still above that Fibonacci.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Fibonacci. So this one looks pretty good. Although the Fibonacci doesn't fully line up, it lines up down here way better. Here, the breakout, it actually does. Then you get a rejection. I mean, it's pretty close, actually. So I don't know if we're in bad territory. The Solana one is the one that looks the worst to me. And, well, I don't even know what to do with I mean, AVAX doesn't look great, although that's near a bottom. I don't know. I'm feeling like, was this the sell in May, go away and stand by, like wait for this to consolidate? And most of the time, I don't know what do we have, Ray, do you know that chart or the table that shows like the monthlies on Bitcoin? You know what I'm talking about? Like January, February, March, like over the past however many years, 10 years. Pull that up, Ray. Pull that up.
What do you want? A chart? a graphic?
What words did you just say?
So hold on. There's a table that shows how each month performs on average.
Okay.
It shows the
Bitcoin
average
performance by month.
And then it shows, pull that up, Ray. So that's the one that I would be,
I mean, I've seen the table, but I don't know if I'll be able to get to it quick enough to like have it.
Okay, let me show you how to do your job, dude.
All right, I got it.
Oh, you did it. Let's go, dude.
All right, here we go. I got it. This one?
Yes. So let's look at June. I mean, there's some bad Junes there, dude. 2022 down.
It's a really good May, though. So let's look down at the previous time we had these 10% runs in May. Last year, terrible June, down 7%.
Last year we gained 11% in May, down 7% in June.
But then the end of the year was just a giga cook.
2020 down, up 3. Yeah,
look at these.
Look at the end of the year of that year also. November, December, up 40%.
Yeah, these end of the years are the nice stuff. This is what we want.
You tell me that's that good?
Yeah, that's that good. That Michael
Can you
Jackson
scroll
bad.
down, Ray? Is there anything before? No, that's the beginning of Bitcoin.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to trust much from like before last cycle.
I'd probably trust that 2013 right down there.
Yeah, the one that's like plus
when Bitcoin was a penny.
I mean, the bottom line is it looks like June is generally down, 0.5%. It's not wildly volatile on the pullback. Are there any months that have serious average pull downs, like September? Like scroll all the way down.
August.
Keep it scrolled all the way down. I want to see yeah. So September looks like the worst month.
What? No.
Yeah. Show me a worst
I was looking
month
at
on
median,
average.
not average. Yeah, I was looking at median.
I'd say like it's almost August now, like recently.
Okay.
Like I'm seeing because like August had these big.
So Nick, there's a correlation shift where the Earth's atmosphere is slightly adjusting and time shifting back. So it used to be September, but now it's August.
You just spoke over Ray to deliver that?
Yeah.
Okay. The Earth's axis is I mean, there's been some explosions. I would also say that the Ukraine-Russia situation has actually tilted the Earth's axis slightly as well.
The India-Pakistan conflict, because of the number of people in one singular location, is actually shifting the polar core.
Exactly. Have you seen that TV show where the entire, like, it goes off the fucking rails? I'm blanking on, it's like a Netflix show, or I think it's a Netflix show right now, where basically it becomes like Armageddon for a moment because the Earth's like suddenly like stuff starts dropping out of the sky. And
the planes start falling and shit, and they're like freaking out. And yeah. I've never watched it. I got the ad for it, and the first ad is like they're looking out the window of an office building and planes are falling. Then it goes like a house and planes are falling. I know what you're talking
pretty
about.
good. I don't know if I don't know about the planes were falling. In this case, it was oh my god, it was snow, like a snow-like substance falling from the atmosphere, basically. Which actually, scientifically, I went and looked up was semi-accurate.
No, Blake, it's not love on the spectrum.
Hold on, I'll tell you the.
Ray, what else we got today? The big Moonbirds acquisition.
We're going to talk about loud. We're going to preface it by what was happening on the timeline, just because I love this video. I'm going to play this video really quickly from our friend over Gabriel Haynes.
For generations, we have suffered from the fiat regime until our Lord and Savior, Satoshi, launched the Bitcoin channel, thereby a goddamn new era of Eladio. Hey, shut up! Shut up! I'm trying to do my fucking thing over here, Shut the fuck up!
So that's Gabriella Haynes commenting on what happened to the timeline essentially over the weekend with Laudio basically taking a 70% mind share. We saw this token launch on Saturday, ran up to a $30 million market cap before falling. I think we're below 10 million right now. I don't know if Dex Screener does like a good job tracking this. I don't know if you have Asset Dash's dashboard up, easy to like look at this, but Dex Screener seems to be off in terms of market cap. Nick, I saw you commenting on this. Easy, you talked about it at length. Nick, I'd be curious to like your take on this whole thing. Is it dumb? Is there any reason to pay attention to this? Like, what are your thoughts on this?
I didn't get anything from this drop. Someone said tell Nick.
You could have. I should have messaged you. You could have. Phase 2 is first come, first serve. And basically, if you were on the site at the time when it launched, you would have been able to get the capital in because it was anybody on Kaido.
Well, okay. So I started going through the process, but it was too late, basically. So that was just, I just didn't. The Eat or Not is the name of the show.
It's been 10 minutes.
I had to log into Netflix.
Check your recently watched.
Look this show up. Dude, it's a good show. Like, check it out. It goes off the rails, but it's like actually very good. In terms of Laudio,
we're almost done with Squid Games IRL. Pretty good.
I couldn't do that one.
Pretty good.
The Laudio situation to me is absolutely ridiculous. It's just something that creates garbage. But there was value to somebody. Someone got money. Where did that money come from? Like, who's providing liquidity to support that?
Pre-sale
so
buyers.
It's pre-sale buyers and the token allocation, because a pool can be established with both, right? So when you have the 400 SOL that was allocated for the Solana version of the LP, they kept 45% of the tokens for the LP. So they matched 400 SOL to 45% of the tokens. The other 45% of the tokens went out to the airdrop. So that's what created the opening price action, which I want to say opened up pretty low. Snipers hit it, ran it up to 30 mil.
Well, isn't the price literally just the amount of, essentially the amount of money? Well, sorry, the liquidity is the amount of money put in. The price is different, basically.
The price can be, because depending on how the liquidity pool is structured, it can be scaled up very aggressively, which when Snipers hit it, forced the price action much higher. People sold into that. You got a decent little rally yesterday. Like if you bought 10 mil, the 10 mil price action yesterday after sellers hit.
Was talking about that.
I mean, now it's back down to 7.
So I think it opened at 140K is essentially what happened. And then like people valued it at obviously now 7 million, but people bought it enough to drive it up to 10 mil within the first couple minutes, and then all the way up to 30 mil in the first hour.
This traded almost spot on to what I thought it would. Like 30, I said anywhere from 20 to 40, settled at 30, right in the middle. drop down. The volume lines are basically right in line with where I thought it would be. If you check like the Laudio leaderboard, stayloud.io, they have the total number of volume. They've done about 10 mil in volume. I don't know how much more they're going to get. Like, I'm sure over the week they'll probably get like another 3 to 5 mil in there, which means it's going to be 600K in rewards for the top 25, which is pretty damn good.
I think it'll be less than that. Like, I think this is like the weekly fees. I think 350K of this 400K of weekly fees was generated in the first like 5 hours of trading.
300K was, yeah.
So like I woke up
about 75%.
And it's been like over 2 days since, and like now it's only up another 100K. So I don't know how much more this is going to move.
It's what I was saying though, dude. There's
lower.
Why would you buy this? There's a 4% buy fee and a 4% sell fee. So you need the chart to move 4% up just to break even.
I think there's issues with buying it too.
Actually, sorry, you needed to move 8% up because you also get taxed when you sell it.
I can't even buy it on BullX because I think they're having issues with the fees on it. Like I had orders open at 10M and 7M.
So you got saved is what happened.
Yeah, essentially I got saved. But like I'm kind of interested in it at 7M off.
Damn, Ray, what you holding up there? Sydney Sweeney's bathwater up 142%.
Yeah. We traded this live on stream. I bought some more on OpenSea. I used their new swap, which is pretty sick actually.
But who made this token?
Which one, Laudio or Sydney Sweeney's bathwater?
The bathwater.
Just a random person.
Some random developer.
Yeah. Don't buy it.
We call it developer, but like, listen.
Yeah, I'm holding that, and then I also bought IBRL on that stream.
What are the other stories we got here, Ray?
Loss didn't hit. We got a lot. We talked about the dark
Moonbirds acquisition, dude.
Yeah, that's on the list too. Let's pull up the birds. Spencer over at Orange Cap Games purchased the Moonbirds IP. Moonbirds ran on the news. We're up to 0.87 ETH on these. We were trading beforehand at 0.28, so that's like a 3x almost.
That's 0.87.
Yeah, 0.87, and we were at 0.28 before.
That's crazy. It kept going. I guess buying this could have been a good play. Where do we think this goes? Did you buy an easy?
I bought a mythic.
No, I wanted to buy the mythics, but I don't have any money on ETH.
Where do you buy the? How do you buy a mythic?
You just search
Separate
Moonbird
collection?
mythic.
Yeah, I grabbed one of
What's
these.
the floor on the mythics?
Moonbirds mythics.
Wow, they're up 100%.
Yeah,
they're 0.05.
Yeah, that's where I grabbed mine right around that 0.05 level. Shortly after the news, because Spencer said like he specifically said something about mythics, like the one thing
the
about
Moonbird mythic art has not been valued as high as it is. So I was like, yeah, I thought the same thing. I was like, oh damn, this dude's gonna be pushing the mythics. They look better first and foremost. Except, dude, Ray, can you filter by rarity?
Sort by rarity.
Has he expressed
the rarest ones suck ass?
Has he expressed what his overall position is in terms of like his holdings and what he's going to do or anything like that?
You talking about like?
He owns a bunch of Moonbirds.
You're saying like, what is he doing with his own Moonbirds? Like, I don't think he's selling them.
But like, he has a major holding of them, basically.
So do most companies.
I mean, we own a ton of Bodogos.
Right.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Nick? What are you doing with your holdings of Bodogos?
Dumping the fuck out of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right. We're waiting for a 2x and we're nuking them.
I did watch like the starting bit of. There's a video here somewhere. Gosh,
I will say, dude, we got to talk to Spencer about this AI art shit because it's not good. Just keep spamming AI art.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. Anyway, so Spencer dropped a video where he's talking about the acquisition. I'm just gonna stop scrolling here because I'm already bored. Where he dropped a video, 2-hour long, talking about what he's trying to do with Moonbirds, et cetera, et cetera. From what I like absorbed from it, TLDR, they're no longer the art collectors PFP. He said, this is a great chance to exit. If you've been looking for an exit, it's a great chance to enter if you're interested in seeing what we bring to the table. He talked about their exclusive deal with ApeChain.
I bought a mythic.
So essentially with ApeChain, what what's going on there is they have exclusive rights to like any kind of on-chain Moonbirds IP. So if Spencer wants to launch new on-chain NFTs, they have to be on ApeChain or an L1. They can't go on any other L2.
I think it's anything using the IP though. So you have to remember, OCAP Games has a trading card game on Abstract for the TCG that they have.
Yes.
So if they put the Moonbirds IP in the next set, they have to have support for ApeChain.
Yep, and they're he said they're not going. They don't have plans to do that. They're going to go a different direction with this. He said
a new game probably.
Moonbirds trading card game.
Wait, they have to launch things on ApeChain?
Yeah,
Yes,
part of the deal
it's in
is
the
like,
acquisition.
yeah, is if they put something on chain with the Moonbirds IP, it has to either be on an L1 or ApeChain. So they can't go on any other L2. Essentially, they have L2.
They could do it on Solana.
They could do it on Solana. Yes, is this one you just grabbed, Nick?
Yep.
That's a nice one.
That's a good one, dude.
That's a good one. He said that he's still like working with the community to figure out what Moonbirds will be. So he doesn't have like an overarching like target. He's basically working with community members, etc. Like what does Moonbirds like end up evolving into? But he basically said like don't expect it to be like how it was with like being the art collectors PFP. In the past, I mean, you know Spencer's stance. He's been on the show many times. He said it. He's like, NFTs are a vehicle to eventually get a token. So I think there's going to be a ton of token speculation regarding these, as there isn't a native Moonbirds token at this point. So I think like you're going to continue to hear that narrative over and over. I haven't really heard
so many assets though, Ray. Like,
yeah,
10K Moonbirds. How many oddities and how many mythics?
I think it's 10K oddities, and then mythics are smaller supply. 9774 in terms of mythics.
You're telling me mythics are the rarest collection in all of Moonbirds?
Jeez.
No, oddities
Hey,
are
Spencer, you talking about them?
And you're saying the art is better? Is that what you're saying?
Jeez.
You're saying that the upside is far more significant?
Here's how you do it. You buy a Moonbird live on stream, and then you shill it as the best Moonbird project out of the other one. This is flipping the main collection, right, Nick?
That's just what I heard. I don't like.
Right, you said it, not him. You said it, not him.
That's what people are saying.
So they're saying they're running the Pudgy playbook back. So basically, mythics are Pudgies, essentially. You're buying a Pudgy.
So you're telling me mythics are going to have plushies in Walmart, their own chain, so not launching on an L2. They're just going to have their own chain and heavily focus on streaming?
I mean, Moonchain sounds pretty sick. Powered by
Moonchain sounds good, dude.
Are you telling me that they're building an AI platform to compete with X, with Grok?
Yeah. Who knows?
The next virtuals will be powered by Moonchain?
Are you telling me that they're building a power station in the US that's worth billions of dollars? Is that what you're telling me? And all distributions will go to Moonbirds Mythics?
So are you telling me that they're going to be participating in underground submersive rare mineral mining that recently was just allowed by a Trump executive order powered by Moonchain?
That's crazy.
You said it, not me.
I mean, this whole thing's been coded. I've been bull posting this. If you've been looking at my hat for the last year of me doing this show, you would know exactly where to buy. Like the alpha's been here the whole time. You just been not paying attention enough to buy it.
Thanks, Ray.
We've known about this. We've known about this for months, obviously.
Shit.
Nuclear power plant partnering with SpaceX. SpaceX Moonbirds could be interesting. Birds fly, rockets fly.
Birds flying high.
So you bought a Moonbird Mythic. Easy's going to buy one now out of FOMO, I'm assuming.
Ray knew. That's why I bought the Moonbird for 5 ETH and it's been holding it all the way down.
I've sold all my Moonbirds. I don't have any except for this Mythic. I'm plus on Moonbirds.
Same here.
Yeah, so anything else interesting here out of Moonbirds?
Or in general, I think not. We should wrap.
I do want to talk about, let's see, there was one more thing I had on my list. Where is it? Virtuals, easy. You've jumped into virtuals. What are you seeing in this ecosystem? What have you been doing? How are you playing it? Is there any advice you can give to new people? Because we talked about it on Friday and you were shitting on me, and then you went and you dove actually into the ecosystem. It seems like you're a fan now.
Yeah, it's fun to turn $2 into $22 because that's basically the average return. Everyone that says it's not a Ponzi, it is a Ponzi. There's no arguing that. Absolutely is. But no, I mean, the big thing here is like they incentivize wash trading to earn daily points. So wash trade away. I think the alphas to try to stack as many daily points as you possibly can. And then when you see one of the, like, once you hit a certain threshold of points, call it 400K, dump it all into one drop and get the max allo and hope you hit a 10x. If you can turn 200 into 2000 virtual, that's a big win. The thing is, it probably takes like a week to get that many points, depending on how often you're talking about it, if you're actively trading, stuff like that. And you can hit, there's 10x's all day. So just like be more strategic with the point allocation. I want to do a full video on like how to actually do some of this stuff and like what I'm looking at and how I'm trading it. But I do think there's opportunity. Like I've unrealized I've made all of my initial capital back. So whenever I do decide to exit, I'll be able to ride free at this point, I guess, basically.
Interesting.
Ride it.
What would the
Ride
first
it.
step,
Yeah.
what would the first step be? Would you tell somebody is wash trading the best way to do it? Wash trading.
Stake 500 virtuals, have 500 virtuals on the side, and watch trade the shit out of it. Get down and dirty.
And when you are wash trading, what are you looking for? Like, are you looking for like small gains? Are you picking things you think will go up and then sell them?
I'm taking a loss on them. I'm just buying and selling, basically back to back. Base has low gas fees. If the chart's barely moving, I'll just dump into it. I'm not buying a lot. It's purely volume based. But if you can trade about 10K, someone actually just showed this thing to me today that also kind of sounds a little bit racist, or not even racist. It's Kosher Capital, and they have an agent that trades for you, but you have to buy 50K shekel token, which is about $500.
I've heard of this token.
Yep. It gets you the agent, you set the parameters, and then it goes and trades for you.
So this is like from, let's go to the daily. This is back from last year. So this is one of those older ones that's existed from last run that really ran up when they introduced this new one on an uptrend. This isn't a bad one to maybe potentially wash trade. And
well, I'd probably just buy the token to use it.
So you're saying what they do is they trade for you.
Uh-huh.
Interesting.
Yeah, I guess. That's what someone said. So, I'm going to go in. And I'm going to buy this thing.
It's like an AI agent that trades for you. Interesting.
Yeah. So you just set up its parameters and then it does the rest.
Oh, you pay it. Like you're not even holding the token. You have to like burn it or like spend the token. So
yeah, you spend 50K shekel.
Interesting.
Which how much is 50,000 shekels? $501, about 253 virtuals. I'm doing it. We're buying this thing. Done. Locked and loaded.
And you're gonna launch one of these buyers, but isn't it gonna do it in a new wallet? Like, won't that not like affect your virtuals?
Dude, I have no idea. I literally have no idea. No clue. I bought it. We'll see. Just spent 257 virtual on the stupid thing. Yeah, one second. Let me ask this guy. How the hell do I get the daily points for trading?
Yeah, it's an interesting one. Yeah, that's basically the last thing I wanted to talk about. Big picture.
Hey, thanks for that, Ray.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Ray.
Yeah. Last thing I wanted to just mention. Manny got me hooked into Sonic. Sonic seems like it could be a potential underfarmed opportunity for the last month before their airdrop at the end of June. There's some interesting stablecoin yield there. I got exposure to Sonic with Manny's help over the weekend. He helped me get in and on a number of different protocols. If you're interested in Sonic, go to the Bodogos Discord and tag me. And I'll kind of let you know what I did to get some essentially low risk exposure. I'm doing a lot of stablecoin stuff where I'm not like exposed to Sonic's price action. More like the biggest exposure is like protocol risk. So if you're interested in Sonic, if you want to hear what I learned from one of the biggest farmers on Sonic, head over to the Bodogos Discord, buy yourself a Bodogo to get in. If you don't have one, tag me and I'll give you all the information I have on how to get involved with just a month left before the airdrop.
Okay.
That
Thanks
being
for
said,
that, Ray.
I'm out here pushing Bodogos on a daily basis, pushing people into the Discord, providing.
So the polar
education
ice
to our
caps
holders.
are melting at an alarming rate, which will describe and actually unveil the third wall.
What?
Uh-huh.
What's
All
going
right.
on?
I don't know what he's talking about. Let's wrap.
All right, we're gonna wrap it here. Thank you all
just
for
wrap.
listening on a
That's right.
wonderful Monday. We
That's
do
right.
the show Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern time. If you want to catch us on podcast, you can catch us on all major podcasting platforms. Spotify, you can catch us on Apple. You can also watch us on YouTube, see what we're talking about